Welcome back to the Conspiracy Outpost. Tonight, we're talking about the hairy beast known as Bigfoot. So grab a beer and tune in as we dive deep into this famous cryptid. I'm your host, Mike.
I'm Jumanji Joe.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Casey.
So Bigfoot, like a lot of people know him as like the big ass, what was it? Fucking, you guys see the Jungle Book, right? Big ass orangutan guy movie. He's one of those guys.
The Megapithecus.
Yeah, that's lots it. So a lot of people know about Bigfoot, but not a lot of people know about his shoe size. Like, what kind of shoes did he wear?
A big ass Jordan. That's what a motherfucker wore.
Yeah, I mean, he was a big man. And
You guys think, I'll tell you later, never mind.
well, I was gonna say, I just want to say a fact real quick about Bigfoot. So, I mean, obviously, he had big feet. There's a fact number one. Fact number two is, thinking Bigfoot, relatively, they say about big feet and big hands, right?
Actually, there's
So
actually
Bigfoot had a big brain.
There was actually this study, Matthew, that they said people who have bigger noses have bigger dicks.
Wow, Jews are
Russell's
hung like a
packing.
horse.
No wonder why the Germans wanted to get him.
So let's hear the history, Casey.
Okay, so what's the history behind Bigfoot?
So the legend of Bigfoot, it goes back to, before recorded history, really. There's stories
I heard it went
about,
to the 16th century. The
I was
proven.
gonna- like the Native Americans had stories about a hairy person beast that would live in the forest, like a family of them.
Oh yeah, and that predated white men coming over.
Yeah, that was before we came into the North America, and that was probably, what was that, like when the hell did we come over here?
16th century.
So it was before that, obviously, because the Native Americans had the stories, and then they told us about the stories. And settlers reported seeing footprints. They've had sporadic encounters. Just throughout the entire time of that. And then
You know what the Native Americans called it?
what?
Sasket or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Before.
I thought they
was
called
like-
it King Louis.
Like
That's what we should. That's what we should call our own. What are those? God damn it!
what is that noise?
Sorry about that.
This
That was a
is hard
motorcycle driving by in the background. That we should make our own.
That sounded pretty
What do you
good.
call
I thought that was
Yeah,
going
it's like right
pretty.
outside. What do
I'm
you
gonna
call
keep that
those
in.
those singing groups? The like multiple people.
Like a choir.
No,
like quartet.
Quartet, yeah, that's gonna be. We're gonna start a quartet group. We're gonna call ourselves the Saskets.
A fucking barbershop quartet.
Yeah, barbershop. We'll be called the
Hashtag
Saskets,
Sasquad.
and we'll just make Sasquatch noises the entire time.
No,
And
we'll
then
call
somebody will
ourselves
be
the
doing-
Sas Squad.
Somebody will be doing the footprints, like boom, boom, or just like noises in the woods, and then someone
What
else
is
will
it,
be doing
backtracking wood?
the head movement, going swish, swish, and then. I don't know. Somebody can throw in a Chewbacca noise because I assume that's what Sasquatch sounds like.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sounds like Joseph's ready to rap. Okay, but so back to what Casey was saying. Almost all cultures have depicted some kind of myth revolving around giant hairy things, beings,
Well, at least,
whatever.
we were just talking
Including
about
ours when we talk about our uncle.
in North America, but yeah,
Maybe.
Mike, you are right. There are cultures in like regions in Asia and
Yeah, where they have a
Australia.
Yeti and shit like that.
Yeah, the Yeti, and then in Australia they have the Yowie. They have
What? What?
It's called a Yowie.
What?
It's a Yowie.
It's called a what?
A Yowie.
Is that why that candy?
Did you Google that?
I always laugh.
I know that from South Park.
Dude,
I
Yowies,
Google
yeah,
that, did
Yowies are.
No,
Yowies are-
another podcast that I listen to. They have an Australian guy that comes on every now and then, and he talks about the Yowie too. So it's not it's not just from South Park. It's
Well,
So-
no,
so you
prefer the
Googled
South
it.
Park didn't. Hey,
You
South
Googled
Park
it,
didn't
didn't you?
start. South Park didn't start Yowie. Yowie is it's.
Oh yeah, I
man-
know, but they talked
two
about
men.
it. That's all.
Yeah, they make jokes about it or whatever because
Tweak and
what's
Craig.
called yeah, Tweak and Craig. That's who it was.
wait, what?
But no, me and Tang used to make jokes about Yowie stuff.
Casey,
all the
Yowies
time.
is like gay hentai.
It's
Oh,
gay.
is
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
guy
is.
on guy. Yeah, but the
Oh,
Yowie
okay.
you're talking about, Casey, is like I think
didn't know
spelled
that.
the Yowie you're talking about is spelled differently. There's even candy named Yowie. They're
It's
basically
wait,
like
I don't know how it's.
It's
Oh,
salty
yeah.
things you'd put in your mouth.
I
Not very
think the Yowie you're
flavorful.
talking about has like a W in it. It's not spelled.
Yeah, it's
Yowie they're talking about is
WIE.
yeah. This
But-
Yowie is spelled YAOI or something like
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Japanese
could-
guy on guy thing.
And I could see the
Park did a
correlation with
joke about
a
it.
big hairy gay man. I could see the correlation there.
It's a bear.
That'd be a bear. That'd be a bear and not Bigfoot.
I was watching a Modern Family. I don't know if you guys seen that show.
Yeah, I've watched it.
There's a the old guy, and then like the big gay guy. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember the names, but
that guy is actually gay in real life too.
Yeah,
the other one's
I-
not. That
I figured it's kind of hard to act.
I think Family Guy. I think Family Guy made a joke where they said that the less gay one is gay in real life, or
But,
something like that.
But it was funny because
Dude's friends with
they
Bobby.
were
Lee.
at like a bowling alley for they were like a gay bowling league, and they had the guy's name was Pritchett, Jay Pritchett. He was filling in, and he's like, what if they he's like I don't act gay. He's like the gay guy was like, oh no, not all of us act gay. He's like, there's a bunch of different categories, and he started listing off all these names, and he's like, and an otter. He's like, Jay was like, what the fuck's an otter? Or he's like, what the hell is an otter? They don't say fuck on ABC.
Yeah, I can't remember what the
Oh,
guy's
no, they
name is.
should.
I know the redhead's name is
Should.
Mitch, but I can't remember what the other one's name is.
Oh man, that show's so funny, man. I laughed. So
It is a pretty good show. It's
Modern
Mitch and
Bigfoot.
Fuck what? Cameron.
Cameron. There we go. Yeah, because he's gay and like
Cam.
I didn't have to say the gay part, but he's the one that was raised on a farm and shit or something
Yeah.
like that.
Okay,
It's
but
actually a pretty good show.
Anyway, as
Back
we
to
mentioned,
Bigfoot.
back to the Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's in different countries.
Yeah, we got. Oh, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, how the fuck did we get onto bears? But I remember, I was like, how did we get onto the gay subject? Because I was like, oh yeah, the bears. No, but they have a hella different names for Bigfoot around the United States alone.
yeah.
In Florida, they call them the skunk ape or the swamp ape.
Minnesota calls them big hairs.
Minnesota calls them what?
Big
Big hairs. Oh, one of them big hairs. came
One
by.
of those big hairs just
I know
straight
what
through my
they would-
property, you know?
They would
Minnesota.
call them stuff like that. Ohio calls them the grass man.
that's dope.
Virginia got some funny ones. The wood
That sounds like my weed dealer.
Oh fuck, dude! No, in Virginia they got the wood booger, the boggy creek monster, the swamp
back-
stalker. Oh,
Back home,
Don't
me and Matthew used to just call him Uncle.
Yeah, dude. Or cousin it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this one. In Arkansas, it's called the Fouke monster. Fouke. Is that how you say it? Okay.
Fouke.
This is as good as mine.
Fouke.
Fauci.
Fouke. The Fouke
I don't know. I have
monster.
no idea.
New York, they got the monster Whitehall.
What the fuck is he doing in New York?
Hey,
oh,
are
wait,
we
never mind. I'm
doing-
thinking the
are we,
city.
Did you realize?
Are we gonna be doing an
realize that,
episode on the
there's a big
Jersey
wilderness
Devil?
above the city?
Yeah. I
New
just,
York.
Yeah,
I
we
just
are just-
realized that. I just
Okay,
realized that when I
wasn't-
said it.
I wasn't
was
sure
like-
if we were. I just thought about that when we were talking about. I don't know why.
I just think of
Yeah.
fucking Bigfoot in like a suit and like a fucking like whatchamacallit, like just dressed
Dude,
up like
I want to
Al
know
Capone.
why. I want to know.
Oh no, I don't think we have it on this season, but we can do it next season if you want.
Yeah, we should.
It might be on here. I just might not see it. I don't know.
The Jersey Devil.
But,
so he has all kinds of names, you know, wherever
Yeah,
he
and
frequents.
he's been cited all through the United States for fucking years, for a long fucking time.
So how did you get that fucking name? Fucking
What, Bigfoot?
Fuck foot.
His feet.
No, where did the name Bigfoot come from? Like, how did that originate?
So was it Humboldt County that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm not sure. Where,
I'm pretty sure it was
but
Humboldt County.
It could have
It's
been.
crazy that
it
they
could
didn't
have
call
been.
him Grassman.
I'm pretty sure it was a
Yeah,
Humboldt newspaper.
But in
Crazy they didn't call him
1958,
Grassman
a
down
man by
there.
the name of Jerry Crew, walking through the woods, discovered a 16-inch fucking,
Dick.
human footprint, human-like footprint.
I heard
And
they
was like,
debunked
holy
that as
shit!
a,
And then
as somebody.
he brought people out, and they took like plaster casts of it. There's like some fucking beast out here, and so they called it Bigfoot, and that's what came up in the papers. It was Bigfoot because it's a 16-inch foot.
Yeah, but I heard they proved those footprints are inaccurate of somebody playing a prank on their son. I forget the name of it or whatever. And they said that
Whether
dad
it was
just a
inaccurate or
prankster.
not, that's where the name came from.
Yeah. No, I was just saying, like, I forget the fucking name, but the son said that his dad was a prankster and he never had any malicious intent.
Yeah, that's like
he wasn't trying to do it
There's
for
been a lot
attention.
of pranks with Bigfoot. I mean, there was a prank that of some motherfucker who dressed up as Sasquatch or Bigfoot or whatever and was like fucking with people and got hit by a goddamn car. So
Damn.
I don't know where it was. I just
And-
read a little bit about it. I was skimming like news stories and shit
Some
I bet you those
today.
Some,
stocks on those jerky commercials fucking they shot up.
oh my god,
Jackling.
they're really committed to the bit. No, so Bigfoot. If you guys are unsure if you have seen him or not, let me tell you what he looks like. So then you'd be like, oh, maybe that motherfucker was a Bigfoot. They got broad shoulders,
A
no
walking
visible,
pussy from the 70s?
no visible neck. They got long
Doesn't
arms.
care.
No,
No.
I just want to
They got
say,
feet to be
Yeah,
anywhere from 24 inches long and 8 inches wide, and they are said to eat berries, leaves, nuts, fruit, salmon.
Hold on. What's
rabbit,
24
blah, blah, blah.
inches long? Is his feet?
Yeah, 2 feet.
Okay.
2 foot.
he should be the spokesperson for Subway.
But only if he touches children. That's the only time. That's the only way you get that position.
Maybe. Hey, I just wanted to circle back to it was the journalist. It was in the Humboldt Times.
Humboldt County? That's
In the
Yeah, I think so. I would.
That's somewhat
That's
close
what I was
to
saying.
us.
Well, that was
Like, that's
what I
a
was.
lot-
Yeah, that's what I
A
was
lot
saying.
of the
was,
Bigfoot shit is like where we live.
Yeah,
Especially
that's what I was.
Casey.
That's what I was trying to say earlier. Before,
yeah,
I,
Humboldt
got,
County in
before I got
California.
cut off. Before I got cut off, I was trying to say that
California.
it's kind of cool because it's in Northern California. It was up there by Eureka and
Yeah.
whatever Bluff
Was it-
Lake or Bluff
Was
River.
it Eureka or
Bluff something.
Wairika?
I think it was. I think it was Eureka.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I don't. Let me.
It was in the
Oh.
Green Triangle, right?
So do you know how we were talking about?
That's why they called them Grassman.
Yeah, I think it was in the Green Triangle.
Yeah.
But so here I got some information on the the
Bluff
Indian
Creek.
So, Tool
Huh?
River. What was that, Joseph?
It was that found at Bluff Creek, which was on the map thing. It showed Eureka next to it.
I thought you said Blunt Creek. I was like, that's right for that area.
No, I just remember. I remembered Bluff. That's why I kept saying Bluff earlier because I kept thinking of Red Bluff, but I mean,
Oh,
obviously
like-
not near
I mean,
Red Bluff.
almost
But
like-
that's
yeah,
why
I
it
mean,
it's
popped in my
somewhat
head.
close.
So
But yeah, it's like that's what I was saying was kind of cool because like that was up here in Northern California. That's not too far from us, and honestly, it'd be really cool if like the four of us could go out there and try to go look for him.
Go look for Bigfoot.
I'm just saying.
You-
I mean,
We
it's,
got a lot of
it's
jerky.
possible for three of us. I don't know about Casey if he's gonna.
oh, dude, I would
Make that
definitely do it.
drive.
If you want to take that long foot
I
down
would,
here to see
I would
Bigfoot.
just have to save up money, and then one of you guys
Yeah,
would have
that's
to
the
let me
problem.
crash at your place and provide me with alcohol. And,
I can
don't
provide the
know.
place, not the alcohol.
but so
Hey, scumfoot.
the Tool River Indian
Brokefoot.
Reservation. This isn't Central California. I don't know how they're defining Central California. Honestly,
Central California is generally like around the Napa Valley, kind of.
Okay,
It's below San Francisco, but above LA. Like San Francisco and up is considered Northern California.
Well, yeah, no, I know. I got. Gross. No, it's not. But anyway, so So that's they have petroglyphs that were created by the Yokes. I don't know, Yokuts, however you say that. At Painted Rock, and has depictions of a group of Bigfoot, like a Bigfoot creature called the Family, and they're glyphs of hairy men, and they are estimated to be around 500 to 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, can we just talk about the funny fact in that footage though, that he's just like he's walking and then casually turns around? Like, the fuck is that? And then
Yeah,
just
that
keeps
one's
walking.
been debunked. It was a guy that actually fucking walks like that. Which is like in the town that they found it out, like people in the town that saw the video goes, that guy kind of walks like that fucking dude. I forgot his name.
That tall motherfucker.
But like I remember
Motherfucker.
remember watching this one on fucking Discovery when I was like younger.
Who was the guy? The guy that got the footage. His name was Robert Pattinson. And I was thinking, hey, he's dope as Batman. Maybe I just
But yeah,
believe him.
he got his fucking friend to fucking do it because he walks like an idiot.
Was that the friend that's still alive? Because dude died in '72.
I don't know,
Okay,
but like
there was
that
the
video
friend
of
that
the
supposedly-
turn that they show, and like anytime you watch anything about a conspiracy theory, they
Well, yeah, no, that
show
was
that
too-
video.
yeah, that was
like in the
too
intro
clean
of the
of a-
show.
Yeah, that was too clean of a turn. Like, you could tell they
Yeah.
were looking to see if they're still being filmed.
But that like
it looked like
wide
they were
gate,
seeing if they were still being filmed to be like, should I stop now? Did we stop
Yeah.
like rolling? Because he looks directly at the camera and then turns
Yeah.
back around real fast.
but that
and it's like-
that like
yeah.
super wide gate with the swinging arms that he does. That's how that fucking guy walked, and that's why he's in the suit. It's because he walked weird.
Yeah, there's because in the I don't know. I don't see anybody walking that casually that lives in a fucking like forest area like that.
Why didn't they shoot this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they said. supposedly, dude
Oh, it was
like he
fake.
found him.
That's funny.
Yeah, supposedly, dude was like, "Oh, you got my back." And it's funny in this thing because the documentary, the guy's like, he asked me if he told me to cover him, which means to hold the gun, whatever. It's like, no, he meant the kiss on his neck while he was trying to fucking film this. It's like, of course, that's what it means when you cover someone. Cover me.
See,
But
the
he
two
was-
words that they cut out of that were in semen.
And he's like, it's been
puts them
like,
to
but
stop,
it was funny because after he
face.
said that, it was like, but we didn't want to shoot it. We just wanted to whatever. Like, we were trying to film it. He tripped on his knees and he whatever, and then he steadied himself on a log to get the footage.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, bro, like, y'all planned this out there. And it said that this guy didn't want to come. He was there with him when it happened. And they always try to get him, like, they tried to get him to, like, talk about it for years, and he wouldn't.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
it's like-
he's
Probably
embarrassed
"Nah,
because-
dude, I can't
did.
get my story. I can't get my story straight.
Well, he's
they
embarrassed
finally
because
they finally got a hold of the guy who was in the fucking suit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's me."
I know hella people came forward and said I was in that suit, and I was
It's
like,
all-
it really
Well,
does
that's the
look
thing
like
is like people in that town, they knew when they saw the video, they were like, that walks just like this guy.
Oh, that's fucking Craig right there. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Dude, isn't that Craig Homelson? Yeah, that is Homelson right there. Yep, he's been
It's
walking
pr-
like that since high school. Nobody ever picked him for a basketball team because his posture was shitty.
It's pronounced Henderson, and he's John Lithgow's hairy kid. Any of you get that?
No, I know.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
dude. I mean,
I think
the only
watched
thing that
recently.
matters.
I think probably like 6 months ago.
It's a good movie.
The only real Bigfoot footage there is for those jerky commercials, and that's it. Okay.
Well, what about Joseph in the 16th century? The Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers. They told tales of dark
Master rapists and
watchers.
liars.
Yeah, they told tales of dark watchers. So probably Jon Snow out there, you know.
Yeah, they were probably
Yeah.
referring to Native Americans. They were like,
And when-
or Native Americans, natives. I'm sorry, natives.
That creatures stalk their camps at night and steal their livestock.
Well, why do racist? Why do liberal people who claim they're not racist lock their doors while they're in urban areas? It's the same shit.
You know, I was kind of not about that, not about urban areas. It has nothing to do with that. It was more about Bigfoot and Shaq.
I know. I'm just joking around.
It's
I'm not,
like a fucking
I'm telling you right now.
a Bigfoot.
Yeah, no,
Like
I'm
a
telling you right now. I
thing?
don't doubt that. Like honestly, I'm not doubting the existence of a Bigfoot. I'm doubting the footage of the Bigfoot in America because look, so there's so many different things. Like people talked about krakens and all this shit, and giant. And they back then it's like, oh, that's a creature of myth, and then they find these big squids and everything that they were saying were. It was like giant squids were a thing of myths and shit like that
I
until they
remember when I was-
proven no, there are giant ass fucking what are they called, cephalopods or some shit. There are giant, there are giant cephalopods out there,
I remember in like
and
seventh
it's like
grade,
so why
they,
couldn't there be a big what's the name of the big ape thing that they said has been extinct for whatever?
Gigantopithecus.
Gigantopithecus.
Yeah, that
Nice.
it's like it's not impossible that one of those are still running around, maybe more evolved,
Yeah,
just
but the
chilling out there.
Gigantopithecus was fucking huge. This is more like the size of an
Bro,
of
that's
a fucking.
King
Well, no, that's what I'm
Louis.
saying. Maybe like something that spawned off of that. I don't know. I don't know how evolution
this is-
works.
this
Maybe
could
you got to
just
be
be-
smaller to adapt.
Like, have you seen the size of a fucking gorilla? Like a full-grown gorilla?
I'll tell you what evolution happens. You end up wearing a cowboy hat and a fucking looks like a Hawaiian shirt with like a pink, I don't know, a lei on your neck, and you end up singing "I Want to Be Just Like You."
I don't
King
know
Louis.
what the reference is there. No, but I'm not saying I'm not saying it's
That's
far
fucking
fetched.
Toy Story, and Matt's stuck on
Oh.
fucking Jungle Book now.
I'm not okay.
I'm loving it though.
Okay. Now I know. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Anyways,
Do
I'm
you think
not.
they named him after Louis Armstrong because they have the fucking trumpet thing in there?
They do have the trumpet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty racy.
Hey, how shitty was fucking
No,
what's
anyway,
his name?
let me get back to what I was
that
saying.
Yeah. Hold on. What were you saying, Joe?
Christopher Walken. How
Oh.
shitty was that song? Like he was
Yeah.
a good. I think he was good as the gorilla,
Yeah,
but I think
his
that
voice
song was
kept
not good.
breaking when he was
Yeah,
singing.
was that-
Hey, I want to be just. I can't do an accent like him.
I
but-
want to be
Well, it's
just
like
like
he-
you,
The way he was singing, he's like, "I wanna be
my guy.
It's like,
Yeah, and it was
fuck.
not good. But
guy.
I think
just stuttering on
I
the
think he played good for that fucking.
Oh yeah, well,
Say it again.
Christopher Walken does play good, but the
Sorry,
music
man.
sucked.
I
What
can't
were you
do
saying,
it.
Casey?
Let's see. So in 1721, did you guys hear about French Judas Priest? That was
Oh, fucking love that. Baby.
Just
what the fuck said what's it? I don't know if his name is on here, but he was living
That's
with
Rob Halford, and he's gay
the
and sings
Nat
amazing.
Chaz. Anyway, they had reports of hairy creatures that would scream loudly in the night, steal livestock.
Dude, Casey, that is exactly the Catholic Church. You have priests preaches with you have priests with hairy creatures that
What
are
if-
just constantly
these
making
people,
their
like-
livestock of children just
Like
screech.
these people back in the 1700s and stuff, and prior to that, the 16th century and so on and so forth. Like, what if they just heard a random rogue goat just out in the fucking middle of the wood, just
it's true.
The
Yeah, dude,
fucking llama.
goat scream like
You know
people.
how- do you know how scary it would be to hear fucking llamas getting murdered out in the middle of fucking nowhere? Because all you would hear is that fucking
like it'd
scream
be-
that they do.
I feel like it'd be
It's scary to hear a
suspicious.
fucking mountain lion, because even if you don't know it's a mountain lion, it sounds like a crying baby.
What was that? What was that 911 call from Washington, where the guy's talking about it? What was it? Sheep or chicken or something that was getting something? He said his neighbor something or his dog or something found his dog dead or something.
Now here
Well, how did that go?
I can play the audio clip if you guys want, because I don't think
Yeah, I don't get. I can't remember the audio clip thing. I remember that it was funny the way
give me one
he said
sec.
it.
I have it on my
about the tall
computer. I
person.
downloaded it, so just give me a minute to go pull it up. So here it is.
Cleveland County 911.
I don't know if I should have called this in or not, but
What's
This
going
guy
on?
sounds drunk.
if I didn't
Yeah,
have
definitely.
a camera, I took a picture of it.
Took a picture of who?
I don't know what it was. He's walking upright like a man. I would not kill it because I was afraid to. But he went back up the mountain.
Cleveland County 911.
Hello.
Can I help you?
So that was a first call, that first one. So he has another call here.
It was the second call I was talking about.
So
Yeah,
because
that
we
was the
talked about
first
his
call.
dog
So-
and his neighbor, I think.
Yeah, so that was the call about the dog. So now we'll put we're gonna continue on, and this will be the call about the
I'm not trying to be.
big.
I'm not trying to judge people, but
He
just
sounds fucked
hearing-
up, right?
He was drunk off
Yeah,
of that.
just
That could've
listen
been
to
a-
him.
That could have been Peter Dinklage that walked through there and murdered his dog, and he'd be
That
so
was-
drunk he's like
That was
seen the
John
shadow.
Bono going up.
He would have seen
there.
the shadow and been like, "That's Sasquatch. That's Sasquatch Dinklage right there, big Dinklage."
that accent got to me, and then all of a sudden, all the credibility went out the window. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's the hard part about that accent right there.
Yeah.
That's the type of person that tells you that the aliens are watching them, or the government's watching them when they're just sitting there fucking half naked with their
Hey,
nipples.
the
Yeah, no, yeah, like the alien. It's like the alien probing thing. It's like, we get it, Jim. Just come out of the closet. We already hate you already. In a
Like
trailer
fucking
park
the
family.
The dude in Armageddon, you know, the fucking Southern guy who got probed.
It's not hard to understand. It's
Oh yeah, well he was a hero because he was a movie star. But I think everyone else is a hero too. But I think most people that they say
no-
that they got probed
No,
are
sorry,
just
not
looking at.
not Armageddon, Independence Day.
And yeah, no, I got
Well,
you,
we should
Independence
dive
Day.
into
I
that a little
remember
bit too, Casey,
the,
if you weren't
the guy
already
that fucking
into-
dove into the anus
Yeah,
of
he's like,
the
"I'm
mothership.
back." Yeah.
Yeah, he
Casey.
dove right into. Yeah, he got them good. But I think when people claim to get probed by aliens, they're secretly trying to come out to their families.
Well, do you think probing by aliens like originated with anal stuff, or do you think it evolved to that by somebody that was
even
talking
if
about asshole
even if
stuff?
aliens were out here,
It's definitely a fetish. If it is a thing, it's definitely a fetish.
Because I'm
And
gonna be
then
real. If I was gonna say an alien did something to me, it wouldn't have been my asshole. That's something that somebody out of their mind would say, probably.
Yeah,
I'd
well,
say
people
they
that got
tipped
probed
me. Well, because look, because that's what we would
Definitely
do. We
went
would
back
tip
for
somebody. We wouldn't
seconds.
shove something in their ass.
We dissect.
well,
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
we would dissect. But I'm saying if we were trying
Yeah.
to crack something or do something,
True.
we would have shoved it in their fucking neck, or it would
Yeah.
be under the skin. But back then, nobody could back then nobody could actually process that as like a whatever thing because
I'm
it wasn't
pretty sure-
talked about.
I'm pretty sure in science class we didn't put a dildo up a frog's ass.
Yeah, we
to
never
learn more
I
about
happen to
it.
know for a fact, but that the probes that are up the asses are actually satellite dishes because we're a live TV show.
From South Park.
Why would you put your dish in there?
Yeah, stick your feet
guys-
in my
For live ass access.
check it out. Check it out. If,
Yeah, let's get
even
back
if,
to the-
even if
oh.
aliens were probing people, it's not like they're coming out with these big ass fist fucking probes. They probably have some like super skinny micro thing that you probably don't even feel.
Well, why do they say they've been probed? Why do people like, oh yeah, I got in the ass by an alien?
Yeah, maybe the alien sticks a finger. He's like, oh, what's
No,
that?
maybe it's just a roofie and you went to the wrong club.
The phone home.
Like, it's like on a scary movie where the alien has his finger in the dude's mouth. And he's like,
I think
ah,
Oh, yeah.
like, this is how we pee at this speed.
I call it the classic farmer coming out story.
God,
No, but
Listen, ever since that day, I've like taken it up the ass. Oh, do you,
like-
Jim?
You know, it's real alien to everybody else, but it's real alien to me.
this alien sneaks in my room every night and he probes me good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the alien's not in it for your pleasure.
I don't think Francisco outside likes being called an alien, but whatever.
Hey,
Yeah, the farms are full of them.
I'm
That's
swatching
why
you.
the-
Oh shit!
why them crop circles are out there. Okay, so
What?
here. Well, I know.
Joseph, what'd you say?
what?
Doesn't say shit. You just yell.
I said
shit.
the farms are full of them.
Oh shit!
I didn't say
I-
anything. I turned my microphone off. My
It
kid.
was a reverb.
You hear yourself?
Yeah.
He's
I was like,
"God
what?
damn, that motherfucker's spitting.
God damn.
So let's
Were
do
we
that
gonna-
second clip.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes. This is Tim Figler.
Uh-huh.
You probably have my address.
Yes, sir. What's going on now?
I shined a light on this thing, but I would not shoot it.
What did it look like?
It looked like a giant ape with a man's face. But I was afraid to kill it. And it made a whistling sound. He was about 9-10 foot tall with real long arms. I go out there, he gets gone. Now I come back in the house, and he gets back there again, and my dogs are just raising heck. Would I get in any trouble if I shot and killed this animal or whatever it is? Would I get in any trouble?
I can't answer that question.
If he comes too close to me, I'm going to kill him.
I can't
That's
answer
America
that
for you.
question.
That's America. The fuck is that?
fuck.
It looks different. I'm gonna kill it.
That's our fucking. That's our nature, though. What is that, Betty? I don't know. Just get back in, Cletus. No,
No,
I'm gonna
kill it.
kill it.
I'm gonna kill
I'm
it.
gonna
I'm
kill
gonna kill it. I'm gonna get some permission from that dispatcher first, though. Hey, is it
I'm
all
gonna
right
call
if
that
I kill this critter out here?
You tell little
Again-
boy and get in.
again,
Sir,
person
sir,
sounds
that is
fucking-
endangered species. I don't like it. It's rounding up my dogs. I'm gonna kill it.
Again, this person sounds so fucking drunk.
They sound
They do.
super fucking drunk. They sound
but
like they're just
picture-
there
picture
seeing
that-
Or they're on
fucking-
like heroin.
No, okay. Let me explain what the picture that this guy looked like. It looked like he had no teeth. So, like, he only looked
you
like he
seen
had
them
like
pictures?
Incredible.
Yeah,
like
that's fine. Like he might be talking with like a lisp or something, but like, no, he sounds fucking slosh. Like he's like,
yeah.
He does sound
I
slow.
agree. But I was just saying,
dude,
like,
you don't
it's
know how
like-
many times I've heard my dad get drunk and be like, "Ooh, do they want to fight? Oh, look, they're being whatever." Like you hear like redneck drunk like fucking talk all the time. He's probably sitting there and he sees somebody walking by his property. He's like, "Son of a bitch, I'm gonna get my gun. That's a tall motherfucker. You get the guy. Gotta make sure I get verification. I can kill
You
this
think if I
motherfucker."
shoot this motherfucker and no one's around, you think you make a sound still?
That's a goddamn animal. I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Yeah, they killed my dog.
The
Cletus, you ran it
biggest
over
thing
with
with
your tractor
Bigfoot-
yesterday. Shut
biggest
up.
reason why I
It
don't,
was
I don't,
already dead. Look
I
like a
don't believe in
beast did this.
Bigfoot because it's one of those things with competition. It's like, why is it still around? I think we should have outcompeted it a long time ago.
yeah.
And we don't really see any other evidence. Why is it living discreetly? Either it's more intelligent than us,
Or
or
it
just
could be
doesn't
just
exist.
as intelligent as us.
Or
No, I think it would have to be more. It would have to be
Well,
more
it-
because
well,
it's
it could-
less
it
of
could-
it.
Well, not
there's
necessarily. It could be
less-
an idiot just afraid of everything.
Well, then how would it live in a cave?
Like I'm
Like-
not saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
like an idiot for our standards.
It would
like
be
smarter
hard
than
to
most
be-
animals, but
it would
afraid of-
be hard to be secluded
We would-
and stay
we
alive
would see
out
more-
in the wilderness.
Yeah, we
Like
would
we
see
can be
more of it.
secluded because it doesn't take much for us to survive these days.
Especially in a forest.
In-
It's not a jungle. It's easier to lose a species in a jungle and in a deep ocean than it is to in a forest.
Yeah,
And I think
that actually defeats my whole argument about the giant cephalopods, because in the
But-
ocean you can't explore every inch of that, whereas
yeah,
the forest
in a
you
forest
can,
is different.
I mean, we
Who
can literally
knows?
send fucking anything out
Well,
there.
I believe that at one point in time, possibly there could have been a bigger species of
like
man.
back in the 1950s
kind of thing,
when fucking
maybe, but
whatever.
I don't
Here's what
think
wanna
now.
know. Do
Yeah, I
you
don't
guys
think
think,
that-
that the guy
we
on
can
the
send we can actually pinpoint everything on a grid in a little forest like that. Like we can send anything out there to fucking
Yeah.
yeah,
why do
Mike-
people go missing in national parks and we can never find them?
that's
That's
true.
because
Well,
their bodies are
that's-
buried. Because
that's
you can't
people.
find a heat signature on something dead.
Well,
But,
and
Evidence of
identities
No, but-
can
but
be
we do
lost,
find-
but
if
But I
we're
mean,
able
people
to
bury
go to
stuff.
every-
creatures
Get over
creatures
stuff.
are easy.
Here's what I
You're
want to know.
able
What do
to
you?
find something moving quicker than you can find something not.
Well,
yeah. Mike, what was your take on it?
yeah. What were you
Oh,
gonna
I
say,
want
Mike?
to know what you. I want to know what you guys think of the actual recording. Do you think he saw something, or do you think he's just fucking whacked out?
I think he was drunk. I don't think he was on drugs. I think because I've literally seen older
drunk,
people
but I've been
of
drunk.
this. I've seen older people the last generation.
What
from
year was
us.
that recording?
Let me do a quick search. Real
I think that was in the Was that 94? No.
Give me 1 sec. I have the year. Just I gotta go pull up the page. Give me like 30 seconds.
But Matthew, you're actually right because
90s.
it was. I thought it was
90s?
94. Maybe not. I knew it was in the 90s.
Well, it was in the 90s. It doesn't specify the year exactly, but it said it was in Washington. Washington.
I'd
Which
say
is generally
80s,
up there,
70s,
like,
or it would be more realistic to be questioning stuff. Matthew,
Northern
you brought up a
West
good
stuff.
point because it is easier to find stuff from the ocean stuff is different. I try to use that
Well,
as
here's
an
the
argument.
thing. As far as heat signatures go, the areas where this happens is like super, where they see him is super dense forest, and there's animals in there. So it's like if you see
Well,
a heat signature,
I
you
would-
see a heat signature.
Yeah,
There's
I would
bears
never-
out there.
I would never
yeah, but
use
they
a
can't
heat
even find
signature as an
footprints of
argument.
anything. Like all the footprints
I
they
would-
found are people playing pranks and everything else.
Well, not
Regardless
necessarily.
if-
Some of
guys-
them have been proved, but
Regardless of heat signatures, so we have an intelligent
Well,
creature.
No, that's
To
the
some-
thing. None of them have been
guys,
proved. None of them been debunked. Like they're just there. Like
Yeah.
they don't
To
know
some,
half of the
to
shit.
some intelligence,
They don't have
it's-
any evidence because their evidence has not been neither
subtle-
proved nor debunked.
Yeah, so this
That's why they
creature
said it's
is
hard because a lot of
intelligent
people
enough
come
to be aware of our existence. It's intelligent
Some people say
enough
it's
to be
700
subtle,
pounds. Nothing
subtle
walks
to
that
our
simple without making a
existence.
noise. That
Yeah, you have a big creature which aren't very sneaky. We know that from The Hobbit. That's The Hobbit's area.
That's
So
all
you're-
the information you need. Like,
You're big
just
enough.
saying, does
You're
Bigfoot
hold
look
on.
like
Wait,
700
you're
pounds?
big enough to be spotted maybe once or twice. You're subtle enough to be intelligent of. You're conscious of other humans out there. Not trying, but you're subtle enough to stay away from them. How is that possible? You're,
Well, like I was
there's
saying, Matt.
the reason why we have night vision. The reason why we have all this technology. Yeah.
like that.
If you're very few, so Bigfoot, either you're very few and you're rare, and there's 10 of you, 20 of you, 30 of you, 40 of you, maybe 50. You're all super. They're totally conscious of our our
because there's no way there's one that's been surviving this whole time.
and impossible. So there's
Yeah.
probably 40 or 50, right? Endangered
to be a
species
little
list of this
tribe of them.
humanoid.
We would
But they're aware. They're conscious. They're conscious of. Yeah. Well, we know people do exist. We can find them easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Um,
they find Bushmen tribes that have
Exactly.
no outside. Is it Bushmen? I might be being
Yeah.
racist.
Well, there's
with that one.
Bushmen there, and you have the
Yeah, but I
Sentinelese
mean,
Island. You have
there's-
people in
yeah,
just different
little
stages
tribes that
of
do
what
not,
we like.
do not involve themselves in
technological
society.
stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And-
either they're smarter than us, but they choose the bush life.
But yeah, that
No.
means they're not smart enough to be undetected.
Yeah.
I mean, not
and that's the thing
unsmart,
is,
but it's like they're not. They're not.
Why
well
aren't they
hidden.
more
Like,
advanced?
smarter than us to be undetected.
they would have
Because
to.
you
They would have to be.
at this point, unless
Because
you're
if you're
underwater.
too few, you would be discovered as a humanoid, as an omnivore, or even as a herbivore.
Look
or
at the percentage of land
you're going to be
life that is
viewed.
undiscovered.
We're going to see a
rather
lot
than-
more
or
than you.
Look at the percentage of how
Well,
many
let's-
things on land are undiscovered rather than
In-
how many
in a
things are
woodland-
underwater undiscovered.
In a woodland biome, we would find you. As a big a creature as a Bigfoot, we would find you already.
The woods can get pretty dense, especially in places that aren't traveled much.
Like
Yeah,
the
but
Amazon
pretty
that
much
burns
every-
every year.
Dense.
If
Well,
anything,
no, I'm not talking about
modern
Amazon.
times-
I'm talking about woodland. I'm not talking about jungle.
I've gone into the woods and
yeah,
it
but
can get dark.
Matthew, which you don't.
Yeah, but you've gone out. But we're
Pacific Northwest is a thick wooded area. It's not just
Yeah.
like
yeah, but
When you
also,
go deep-
but also,
And
you gotta
how many
think of how
species
many-
are undiscovered?
And how many hunters?
How many get
literally-
reported?
Hey,
there'd be
Casey,
an unknown number.
How many
Casey,
bears?
before you
How many
start-
bears you seen?
Casey,
I would see as much
Casey,
bears
I've
as
seen a
I would
couple.
a Bigfoot's.
yeah, and
Well,
Casey,
I've seen-
right before you
I've
called
seen
me,
one bear when I've gone. to
Casey,
the
right
woods.
before you called me, I was
One.
watching a debunk thing. Well, I tried to before I started setting up, but you started calling, and I was rushing to everything. But it was talking about like professional, like hunters and stuff, trying to find footage of Bigfoot and couldn't find it. Like you tell me people that that they can track animals and stuff. They know their way around like woods and shit. I'm not saying they know every inch of it, but it's like you're telling me they can't get one sighting. When was the last time somebody had a sighting of Bigfoot?
Actually, just a couple months ago.
Anything is
Was it blurry? Was it blurry? They just so happened didn't have a smartphone on them. They couldn't take a picture.
Yeah, they had a Nokia 900 just brick phone. You know, just basic camera. Looks like a Game Boy, you know.
Yeah, because that's how that works. All of a sudden, everybody ages 20 years into the past when they need footage of proof of something that no one's ever seen. Because today I could get a picture of something weird in the sky, but these guys who always have whatever, chances are they use Nokia phones.
Your phone out to take a picture.
Yeah.
So
very often, actually,
guys,
very often.
Wait, you guys, time out. We were just because Mike was just asking about the video originally.
I had a fucking weird dude in my parking lot talking about.
We were gonna cut it to break, and then we were gonna go.
Yeah, I was trying to do that.
Yeah, so like we're just trying to talk about the video.
Dude, everybody all of a sudden
what we were just talking about. We want to kind of like throw that towards like almost the end, like because we're gonna go into like a bunch of conspiracies, like why the fuck all this shit's going on.
And
like,
we can, and I'm very like interested in that, but I'm just wondering why everybody gets technologically backwards when it comes to proof for stuff.
No, I agree. Like
everybody, because all of a sudden nobody can get technology. Everything's blurry. Everything's Polaroid cameras when it comes to stuff. But we can get a picture of the sky when there's a fucking meteor shower. We can get whatever. Like things are hard for my phone to even pick up.
It's not hard to get a picture of
but Casey, my Metro phone can't pick up lighting that well with stuff like that. But you're telling me that people can always get perfect pictures of that, but nobody can go out with an actual good camera. But like my wife can take pictures of kids running hella fucking fast or a thing, and it's not blurry.
Some people just like taking pictures of things, and some people just like
but people that are trying to find proof all of a sudden have the worst the worst equipment ever.
I know.
Makes
no sense.
The main thing with Bigfoot is you can track things based on their diet.
The thing is such a stupid thing. If you believe in something that's a blurry picture and tell me that nobody can get a good picture this day and age, then they're not actually trying, or they're just making shit up. Because now you're just taking a picture of somebody in a suit and you're just blurring the lines and trying to make it look as fake as possible.
Yeah. The whole thing is
I didn't get to watch that History Channel thing about that thing about them using the whatever thing where they can actually use a microscope on that old footage. But Mike already said that was already debunked, so there's no point in me even watching that footage. But like they have the technology to do that now, so why does anybody?
I was gonna say comparing to why people.
The government's not going to cover up something stupid as that because it's not doing anything for anybody.
My phone got 15% left.
Then go plug your phone in.
I can find a charger for it. Main thing is though, comparing to someone that gets abducted and lost in the woods is different than a Bigfoot because it's hard to find one person than it is to find one species in the forest. You have to have a species.
Even crazier to find? A simple answer. It's what Mike asked about the goddamn 911 call.
Okay, look, I'm not doubting. I'm
not
doubting that it doesn't exist because I'm all for there's species we can't find whatever, but I'm saying it's hard to believe that every time somebody has proof, it doesn't make it. It's too blurry to see. Back then it was an excuse. Right now it's not.
Do you think that old Billy Bob Thornton, whatever that guy's name was, who was on that call, do you think he saw Bigfoot when he made that call?
I really don't. I think he was.
I don't think he did. I mean, it could
but I'm
be,
not.
but
I'm not doubting the complete existence of it, but I'm doubting the areas they say that they witnessed the existence of it. Like a little forest out there, whatever. Out in
I'm not sure if Homeboy saw it or not. I think he saw something.
I'm not doubting that it never did exist.
I think he saw something, and I can't say without a certain that it was Bigfoot or wasn't because I wasn't there, And this guy does sound like he's had a few drinks.
I'm saying that the people that go to hunt this shit and they have faulty equipment, modern day, makes no sense. Because if you're preparing yourself to go see something, dude, I've watched videos of people going up and down trying to play the elevator game, before shit that we were talking about, and they try to get in a Cecil hotel and they weren't allowed in. It's and they had perfect fucking quality. It's why can't people go into the forest where they're allowed to be in and shit, where these motherfuckers can get you a video from being outside and see the guy in a dim-lighted fucking area. telling them to go away. It's like you can't get somebody like makes no sense. I watch podcasters.
As far as that goes, I think
podcasters-
this is a very seclusive creature. It doesn't.
Yeah,
want
but
to
I mean,
see-
I'm saying you see people
more
with like,
like-
you see YouTubers with all the lighting. and
I
all that
think of
shit,
them as like
and they
kind
go
of
out
like
and
a.
do stuff.
I think
But
of
why
them
are
like
these
a
people
like
so
a deer, just more
technologically
aware.
backwards?
Like if deers didn't have their fucking headlight
I'm just-
gaze, you wouldn't get pictures of them because they just take
Yeah,
the
but
fuck
I'm
off.
saying that these people, they're so technologically backwards. Why are they even trying to do this at this point?
Well, that's the thing. I think that it's hard to get one because they're like deers. They spook really easily, but they have
yeah,
more
but
awareness
why is
than deer.
everything blurry around it too? Like, why is everything shitty quality?
A lot of the ones that have shown pictures, are like they're fakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All these people that are trying to show proof, it's like
I'm
it's
saying
not
it's
real
hard to
shit.
get. It's hard to get footage of them because they're as skittish as deer.
So why
but
are they
just
lying
they
about
have
getting footage?
higher awareness because people are assholes and they're trying to get fucking.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like these guys are not getting actual footage, so why lie about it? You cannot show proof of anything if it's all like doctored shit.
Yeah. Well,
It's like you can't be like whatever. But I'm just saying, it's like I'm not saying 100% that there's not. Maybe somewhere else, but you got to give me an actual plausible like area that they'd be in. Like I was trying to bring up the thing.
I would say, where's the Bigfoot droppings? Where's their diet? Where's everything else that we could observe from a walking possibly 14-foot animal?
With that, you want to go to break?
Yeah, let's take a quick little break, and we'll be right back, you guys.
When I'm not sitting here drinking with these dillweeds, I'm enjoying a nice podcast. Preferably the Conspiracy Outpost podcast. It's on every big platform right now. Pick or choose whatever you want. We got YouTube, we got Spotify, we got
Good
name 'em,
Pods.
we got it. Good Pods. Anything, everything. Just check us out. Just type in Conspiracy Outpost on any podcast service you're going on. I don't know. I'm a little tipsy, but And after you're done, listen to us ramble on and on and on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like and share and get it out to all your friends. Don't matter who. Could be the psychopath next door. Could be your best friend. Could be your lover. Anything yeah.
And you know what? Actually, it doesn't have to be your friend. Share it to strangers. We don't give a fuck.
Share it to the weirdo you work with. Share it with your the possible damn. Hold on.
Share it with the red guy
Share
with
it
the
with
red
anybody.
dot on
Share
his
with-
or share it with the guy with the red dot on his house.
Share with anybody. It could be your friend, could be your mother, your father, any siblings, maybe even your coworkers, maybe even that guy that possibly might shoot up your store. Who cares? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it might get you by.
Oh man.
Promote Conspiracy Outpost before I rip your goddamn dicks off and shove them up your ass. Oh yeah. I'm glad y'all stay put like you should. This is Bigfoot. Let me know about your input.
Nice. So, did you guys by chance read anything about Ape Canyon by chance?
No, sir, we did
no.
not.
I didn't.
Is
And
that
like-
where everyone goes to get the monkeypox?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Or around here, the made-up disease that just came around, not the fact that it came around in the 1950s.
Ape Canyon sounds like Burning Man, but except for instead of STDs, it's monkeypox.
No, so in 1847, Paul Kane reported stories by the natives about skookums, a race of cannibalistic wild men living on the peak of Mount St. Helens in southern Washington. In this area, there was an alleged incident in 1924 when an encounter between some prospectors and a group of aggressive ape men, and they reported that they were being attacked, and they were throwing rocks at them at their cabin roof from a nearby cliff, where one of the miners apparently shot one of them with a rifle.
Oh, those are Wendigo, baby.
But then, in 1980, there was an eruption from Mount St. Helens, and there were reports from witnesses saying that there were several Sasquatches being rescued from the area, And in 2015, same area, a college professor, how do you know how to say her? College professor, Michael Townshend, claimed to have discovered prey bones with human-like bite impressions on them on the south side of Mount St. Helens, and he said the bite marks were 2 times wider than a human bite, and they also found 16-inch footprints in the area as well. So that's all. That's all in the same area of Ape Canyon in Washington by St. Helens.
We're echoing. I'm echoing.
I don't hear anything.
You guys hear that?
It's
I do.
not
Okay.
echoing anymore.
I actually thinking about whatever. I believe more actually in abominable, maybe snow or abominable snowman.
Abominable snowman.
Oh my god, not abominable snowman. God damn it! I believe more of a Bigfoot on the mountainside than I do actually in a forest.
Oh yeah,
After
that's
somebody
abominable.
said it kind of made me. It kind of made me reject the forest idea because thinking about it, it's easy to traverse through a forest rather than a mountainside. Or in a
Hard to
mountain.
traverse through a mountainside makes more sense.
As someone who's been lost in a forest, no, it's not.
Well, yeah, it's hard to find one person.
Yeah, but I
missing
mean,
people easy. It's easy to lose track of. But
there's
but
more
a
people that can
species-
traverse. There's more people that can traverse through a forest than there is mountainsides. Like
It's-
you have professional guides more through forests and mountainsides.
Exactly.
They tell, like literally, there's more people that travel through forests than there are that travel up mountains.
A 14-foot. It's hard to lose a race of humanoids that are 14 feet. We can find
at the
even
same
in the
fucking-
jungle. Even in the jungle, we can
climate
find
level
silverback gorillas, which are a lot smaller in stature. Well, I mean,
Rather than
they're
finding
pretty big.
something more
We can-
elevated where it's harder to
Yeah.
breathe,
Well,
it's
yeah,
harder
mountain
to look
gorillas.
through.
We can find those motherfuckers through the
But
jungle.
somebody on the same
So you
elevation as us would be harder to find.
So are you guys saying that then if Bigfoot is a mountainous creature and not a forested creature, then the argument that people saw him on Mount St. Helens and Ape Canyon, like
It's
It'd be
more
more
likely.
plausible. More
And
plausible.
more likely, because I'm not doubting Bigfoot. I'm doubting the
that's
areas.
actually
They
why
say
the
they see
area
them in.
got that name, Ape Canyon, is because of all the Bigfoot sightings over there.
And tell me why only the most drunken redneck have ever found Bigfoot in fucking the same elevation as us. Like, do you have anybody else trying to prove that they've seen them, whatever, with any?
Have you
like,
guys ever
viral-
had
If you
like a
look at
weird
any of those
encounter?
links that I sent you, there's plenty of normal ass
The third
people that are on
kind.
those.
Dude,
that-
I see shit all the time that I know isn't actually there.
Well, that's.
I've
probably a secret
talked to a
because
couple
they-
like loggers and shit,
No, it's
you know, who go and tag trees and stuff. So they're up there like by themselves or with just a partner
Are
tagging
they
trees.
smoking trees out there?
Sasquatch is
They
telling
fucking could be, and they say be like, oh, dude, it is fucking nuts out there.
I'm not 100% doubting whatever.
Like,
I'm just
most
saying
of
it's
them are just like,
more
oh yeah, there's
I'm just saying
definitely
it seems more
there's some-
plausible up higher.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of the
I wanna be a
places where
giant, you know?
these
I wanna be
dense
big, yo.
forests are generally in hilly terrain. They're kind of mountainous. It's not like down here in the valley where we have hills. It's like when you get up more coming out of the
Yeah,
valley.
but I
going
mean,
towards
the
Wilderness,
biggest,
Sierra
the
Nevada.
biggest thing was here in Northern Cali, and I mean,
Yeah,
our mountains
in the Green
aren't
Triangle, which
crazy.
is forested and mountainous, and then in Washington, which is forested and mountainous.
No, I'm talking like
I think
Like
Yeah,
you
but
don't- you don't hear about them in northern
higher
Nevada
altitude,
where it's all
I'm thinking
fucking desert.
higher
Like,
altitude.
flat.
Find acres and acres.
nobody's coming out to
Wheat
Northern
farms.
California to conquer a mountain that only 1% of people that go up there actually make it up there.
I think
That-
I think the same
not an
probability of
accurate
encountering
number, but
or
okay.
even existing a woodland Sasquatch would be the same probability of a mermaid, of a humanoid fish species.
I'd say
I
of a
feel like
mermaid.
a mermaid's more
I think that-
likely than a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
I think it's the same
No,
probability.
no, that's Casey, 100%.
It's
because
zero.
when I brought
I
up
think
all
it's
that
zero.
stuff
probably
earlier,
closer to getting attacked by a shark.
I'm saying that mermaids are probably more likely because I didn't think about, ocean.
Not even
can't-
mermaids, but yeah, it's
But, like-
because
The ocean's wild.
we would.
There's just
Well, the
so-
ocean's
you know,
wild.
in-
The
The
ocean's
ocean
wild,
is
but
very unexplored.
And
the oceans are wild. But why haven't any of their gear resurfaced? woodland creatures. If you're an intelligent,
No,
if you're an
I'm talking
intelligent
about,
humanoid,
Matthew, I'm
hold
talking
on.
about mermaids like translucent creatures that do never come back from the top, like
Yeah.
deep, deep, dark waters.
You're so
They don't-
intelligent.
Nobody
If
could
you
ever
use-
actually see
We
these.
find new
we-
shit in the ocean every year.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
but
do.
where's
No,
the
And
tools at?
that is more accurate.
We
because
want
it's never
tools. We
stopped.
want tools.
That's the
A
thing.
sign
I
of
don't think
intelligent
Big-
is
I
we
don't
want
think Bigfoot
tools.
is that intelligent. You're giving it too much credit. I think it's
I
like
don't
a
Then
think
how is it so
mermaids are
elusive? How is it so elusive
because
and still alive and not endangered?
We
If
always-
it's
think
not
it-
endangered, then it's an
I
intelligent.
think it's like a deer, just more aware.
no,
So
because
it runs before it does anything.
if it is super intelligent, then it
I'm not
can be
saying it's super
elusive.
intelligent.
But if it's not
If it's
super
enough to
intelligent,
be, if
then
it's enough to be
major
more
in
aware, it's more
population.
conscious.
No.
If it's more conscious, it has to be smart enough to evade us.
Exactly. Yeah, it has to either be major in population
not a whole
to
lot of
exist,
things
or
in be- there's
small
not a
in
whole lot of proof of
population,
things in
but
between that we can't
elusive,
find on
so
land.
super conscious
Well, it's like-
of us.
A
And
deer
as
is
a
not smarter
humanoid,
than us, but it knows to elude humans.
but it's major in
Well, it's
population.
not, but it's not
Casey,
though.
but
I
it's
literally
major in
seen deer
population.
running between Chico and Hamilton earlier.
Oh, yeah, that's
Saturday.
that's
It's,
like the
it's
best.
major
Well, yeah,
in
but that's
population.
what deers and headlights. They're not very smart creatures, and
So
they
that's
try
what
to
I'm
get
saying.
what they
It's
can
like
get.
Look at
And
it.
here's another
Guys,
thing,
guys.
here's
listen.
another thing.
Can I-
Wait, Matthew, hold on.
listen to me.
Matthew, hold on.
Yeah.
Here's another thing. With fire seasons and everything else, most creatures tend to run from the smoke. And I'm saying there's been fires fucking everywhere. So we would have seen, like, and so
But
my
that's-
boss.
that's
has
what I'm
this
saying,
ranch.
like, with the-
So my boss has this ranch, whatever, and like bear, like a bear literally ended up on the fucking whatever. It's like
Yeah.
with fires, creatures move away from the smoke. A Bigfoot
See-
ran away from the
That's-
smoke. California is
that's what I'm-
constantly on fire.
That's
I'm
what-
saying,
would've
I'm
seen
thinking that it
something by
possibly
now.
has the intelligence of like a boar.
Well,
You
unless
know,
it's got the
smarter than
intelligence of
a deer.
Superman and abilities. that
let
can
me say
blow up.
this.
well,
But
what if there's-
more, it would run away before it would gore you.
you guys,
Can I?
you
Yeah,
guys
well, that's
like
what this
the-
bear did. They captured it on camera. It like literally ran out, and it was fucking. I think it was digging through people's shit, and then ran when somebody walked out. I don't know what
So-
kind of bear it was. My boss
so-
was showing me a video of like the
Yeah,
bear rummaging through
we
shit.
see bears
but it
quite a
ran
bit.
away. Yeah, but I'm saying this was during fire season. Hella
Yeah.
animals they wouldn't see on
Regardless
the
of
property
fire,
were there.
regardless of
So,
fire.
I'm just saying, but I'm just saying though, with our
What-
fire season, with our history
what
the last couple of
creature-
years, one would have flushed out by now if
Exactly.
there was multiple
Can I
of
say
them.
this? What creature is
Safety.
relevant to man in size that we have not spotted yet in woodland areas? Woodland not being as dense as the jungle, super straightforward. I mean, yeah,
Well,
you
that's
can
the
get
thing.
lost.
If we haven't spotted
haven't
them,
spotted
we haven't
diet?
spotted them.
and that's
Well,
the-
why? Why not? And so
Because we
with
haven't.
because they're endangered species, or
Hey,
they're-
can
it's
I
possible
appreciate
that they
something right
existed,
now?
But they're extinct. It'd be possible that they're extinct. They died off a long time ago. Because the only two things, either like deer, you try to use deer as an argument, but it doesn't work because deer is the majority. So either you have a major population where we do see one of them, if you're that size, we see them, or the Bigfoot is intelligent. It's small in
Yeah,
population.
like boars
but
do
it's
whatever, but
super
we acknowledge,
intelligent.
like we know where they're
That
at.
it's
They're
able
not
to be
hidden.
subtle to our own consciousness. It's conscious enough of us, so it is aware that we exist. But if it's conscious that we exist and that we're looking for, it would have to It would have to have tools. It would have to have tools. We haven't seen any tools of it yet, and so
Why
even
though?
died shit.
Why would
we
it
haven't
have to
seen
have
shit.
tools?
Because if
because-
they were like us, they need them.
If they're humanoids, if anything, if I'm just I'm projecting from our own
From our own evolutionary
standpoint.
chain, like
But
that's
we'd have
our
to see
shit.
tools or shit. I would love to see some shit. I'd love to see some feces. I would love to see some dietary like shit, like what the fuck does he eat, kind of shit like that. It would have to remain. There's no way that these creatures are so few in numbers and that they evaded our.
Are they like
consciousness.
cats that they bury all
evaded
their
the
feces and
endangered
everything else?
species list. They're still relevant. And they're able to bury their shit, bury their tools, and they leave no like.
Yeah, because
everything
more
is secret.
noticeable animals are dying out because of the
It
fucking
doesn't
climate
make any
change.
sense.
You're gonna tell me
Especially,
that in triple
relevant to
digit weather,
size,
these hairy
you're
bastards are
called
not making
Bigfoot, you
themselves
have a big
noticeable
ass
by now?
foot, and you're not larger than 6 or like 5 foot. You
Well,
have
and
to be
again,
super
like
tiny.
they're like people were saying,
They're
it's like
fucking
they're
hobbit,
700.
baby.
That one guy was
doesn't
like,
make sense.
it has to be something over 300 pounds to make that print. It's like, oh, well, they actually estimate over 700 and something pounds, which is
How you
fucking
not
crazy. But
spot
you're
it?
telling me something that hairy and that heavy is going to survive in Northern California, especially in this climate?
Unless
in
you're
like
invisible, how are you
120
not
degree weather.
spotted?
Yeah,
died
they're
out.
You would
all
have to
over
be
Orville.
spotted. There's no way you could.
If you're extinct,
not,
I
so many
understand.
animals are going extinct right now. So many animals are close to being endangered. I mean, and the fact is, like, if there is like a Bigfoot thing, the fact is that they would be more public. Like, they would be coming out. Like, they'd be out on the surface by now. Things are changing. Like, the climate is changing rapidly. Something that heavy and something that hairy would have been shown by now, especially with the wildfires that go on around here. Fucking crazy. We have not had a fucking smoke-free summer in what, like 3 years, maybe
if you
longer. I don't
remained
remember.
a low profile with a few numbers, to
Turn on,
us
Matt.
right now with
or,
our
or your
technology,
microphone fell or something.
if you're remaining a small profile with, you know, I think we would have discovered them by now if they were alive. It's possible they exist at one time, died out probably within the last.
I
like,
think
50
abominable
years.
I could
snowman
believe
make
that.
more sense. I think
Yeah,
abominable
abominable
snowman make more
snowman-
sense. Yes, I think they exist because that's
There's
climate
less-
you can't really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's get on the right foot, and by right foot I mean the big foot. Now let's get on that big.
Well, I have a
foot.
question. Did anybody besides Mike do any research? Besides Matthew, because I know
I
he's
did a
doing-
little enough to give
And
me
digital.
an impression on the situation.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go through some encounters. So I told you about the Ape Canyon one. So in Arkansas, in 1971, a family reported a large, hairy, covered creature
Might as
that
well wreck.
startled a woman in her home after the creature reached through the window to grab some shit.
Breast.
Yeah, Brett.
Grab a breast.
He was doing the old, you guys seen that movie Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell?
Oh yeah, okay. So we used to watch that many of times drinking.
You know when Chaka's they're like it's just like Holly, you, and then he reaches over, he's like Chaka. In 1974, the New York Times, they published a story about Albert Ostman.
Einstein.
He's a Canadian prospector. He claims he was kidnapped by a family of Bigfoot and held captive for 6 days.
Hold
That's
up.
hilarious.
Did you get some Bigfoot pussy?
Oh, I
He
hope
got
that.
that big foot dick.
Dude.
He got some of that big foot in his.
You guys watched that Futurama episode where
Oh
Zap,
yes,
and
Oh,
they land on the island, that planet with the Amazonians, and
dude, still the
and
funniest.
he
shit.
was
That
like,
by
"Hey, at least we're
Snoop?
getting laid out of it or something."
It's like you guys have. We got
Snoo.
snoo.
Death by Snoo Snoo. Yeah.
That's what snoo. It's like we got snoo. And then the alien, what's his fucking name? He's all crawling on the fucking wall.
Kip.
They're trying to get him down. Yeah, Kip. They're trying to get him down with a fucking broom or whatever the fuck. And he's dude, they're bringing that back on Hulu. Is what Casey
I'm
told me.
excited. Yeah. Anyways, what
Yeah.
were we talking about?
We were talking about these marijuana farmers up in Northern California.
Okay, yeah, the Green Triangle area where there's all those sightings.
Yeah, it's actually called the Emerald Triangle,
Emerald Triangle. There we go.
and it consists of Humboldt County, Trinity County, and I think it's Mendocino County. Is that how you say it?
Mendocino.
Mendocino County. Yeah, those are the three counties that consist of the Emerald Triangle. So claims that Bigfoot has been seen has been going on since in that area, at least 1970s to currently. I'm sure there's somebody out there seeing it, but in 93, actually the year I was born, Bigfoot was accused of killing 3 migrant workers on a farm.
Well, no,
Oh,
bro.
you're counting
That's
numbers.
the Emerald Triangle. Those were
Yeah.
just cartel kills.
Yeah, look it up. It's pretty crazy.
Is it? Is that an actual Is there actual
Yeah.
things?
Well,
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that
Most
you
of
would
the
blame something on
documentary
a
on it
mythical
is
creature
pretty
like
wild.
that.
Well, yeah. I'm
it's not
saying
very far fetched. I mean,
Well, I would
people
say
all the
most-
time
There's a
blame
lot of
things
people
on
that go missing in
two
that
gang
area
families.
and
But
stuff.
there's-
Yeah,
there's-
it's the
there's-
cartel.
It's a divided
There's
gang.
more-
there's
has a
more
lot
to
of
the
weed.
conspiracy, though, you guys. You guys
A lot
didn't
of
let me
weed
finish,
in
though.
Humboldt.
It
Go-
says that when he killed these migrant workers, it says that he was carrying a Trump flag, and
And it said "Make America Great Again." It was really
yeah, it
weird.
was super weird. And
Really?
and there's
Are you
hella
fucking
people
around?
outside, the Justice Building, holding up holding up signs saying hashtag justice for Bigfoot. So let's get that trending, you
No,
guys.
you guys, there was a bunch of people and
Online?
like they were wearing hats that said "Let's go, Brandon."
You know, I'm kind of glad that the cartel killed those 3 people instead of Bigfoot, because I don't want Bigfoot, you know, to be some violent creature. You
Well,
know?
here's
Hey, I
the
just
thing, I
want to
don't-
say,
I don't
dude,
know,
I'm not
Bigfoot only
100%
rapes
with
people.
Hey, I'm not
Bigfoot only
100% with
rapes
whatever,
people.
but I do get people in my store that are actually really polite and they have shirts and hats that say "Let's go, Brandon" on them. And it's like part of me are like, this guy's gonna be a dickhead, but they're not always. It just reminds me.
Bro,
to-
it
That our
doesn't-
president
it doesn't
is
matter.
Well, no,
It
it
doesn't
reminds
matter
me.
political spectrum. People are people. You get assholes.
Well, no,
and
that's what I'm
nice
saying. It
people all over.
reminds me
Yeah.
that people are still people, no matter what they.
People are people
like,
no matter
think.
what, and 80% of people aren't actually political.
Well, and then you
they
also
just
got to
think
remember
they
that the
are.
president does not have as much pull as you think
Oh yeah.
they do.
Oh yeah.
They are
Yeah,
figureheads. They're figureheads.
Literally,
They are the face of everything that's going on around them. They're they're
Yeah.
who you blame when
I don't-
shit above their head goes
Exactly,
on.
yeah.
They're just
I
a
don't-
fucking
I don't-
face. It's like
I
the
don't
Queen of
Biden
England.
Either, but I know
Everything
Biden's
that
not
goes on in
responsible for the
England.
for the fucking oil or gas. Biden's not responsible for the gas prices for the most part.
Well, yeah, like
but
people
I'm
where
not a
I
big fan
where I
of
live,
him
they're
either,
like,
but
yeah,
it just-
our
I
gas
don't like
doesn't even
Biden,
come from
but-
Ukraine. We
You know,
don't
I
get
don't
fuel
even-
from Ukraine or
It
Russia.
comes from Biden.
Where Ukraine or Russia is not where we get fuel. We get fuel from da 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 da
It
da.
doesn't, you guys, it doesn't matter who the fucking president is. Someone's gonna bitch
It's all
about
gonna be-
something.
yeah,
You're
people
gonna
are
blame
gonna bitch.
it on someone.
People are gonna bitch no matter what.
That's why it's a
honestly.
joke when you pick a political party because they're all fucking laughing stock.
They're all,
Yeah.
they basically just say the same shit, but just, you know,
Yeah, but all they are is a
Two
face to
sides
the
of the
country,
same
no matter
coin.
what's going on. It just depends on what the face is. Like when they picked Trump, it was like, oh, dude, this guy's the laughing stock because he's a celebrity. That's why it was so funny when he was. And then now that Biden is, it's like, oh, this guy who is literally fucking has dementia is the laughing stock of the world. It's like,
But
we
shouldn't-
can't pick a president that
I-
actually seems strong.
I-
None of them are.
I hate corporations, and Biden's a corporate Democrat,
Yeah.
Yep.
which is the
Biden and
biggest
Trump are
fucking
both
no-no to
pieces,
me.
of
Yeah,
shit, and they're laughing
Trump-
stock.
yeah.
Dude, everybody laughs at us because
Trump
we
is a
keep picking
corporation
pieces
too,
of
because
shit.
Trump owns so many corporations.
They're both.
I hate
They
Trump.
are both fucking bad choices.
Yeah,
You can't take either one of them serious. That's why everyone makes jokes about our presidents, and everybody in America is like, "This is America. This is whatever." Oh, if Trump did this. Oh, if Biden did this. It's like, no, dude, you're all fucking. We all seem like redneck idiots over here because of our choices. It's not
You guys,
everybody, but we are literally the
But
laughing
guys,
stock.
about
of the world.
Sasquatch though.
have you
yeah,
guys
that
heard
hairy
of
ass teeth.
pareidolia?
Yeah, it's the disease, or it's like the paranoia disease, whatever the fuck it is, of seeing human faces and things that aren't there. One
Yeah.
of the main
So,
reasons why people think they see Sasquatch when they might not have.
so this is
Like looking at a bush and think they see a face.
yeah. So this is the written out thing. It said.
Isn't that what
It's a
people
tendency to observe human-like faces and figures within natural environment. Photos and videos of poor quality alleged to depict Bigfoots are often attributed to this phenomenon currently known as blob squatch.
Yeah, it's also
Yeah.
like people who like
In
see
case he's gonna
bears,
lie.
like
Nice
in
back.
glimpses, are just like, oh, Sasquatch. Like bears is a big one because they're
Or-
big fucking hairy
Like what I
beasts.
feel
Hey,
like
the
that
first
thing's
time-
kind of explaining like what I get in my head is like, you know, when you're driving and you like at nighttime and you're fucking super tired and you think you see shadows and shit running across the street and you're like, fuck, what was that? A goddamn unicorn.
Casey,
Or a
hey,
little
That's
bit,
a
Casey,
but-
white lady, bro.
do
but
you remember?
really, that's just a fucking that's just
Casey.
your headlights hitting the tree shadows.
Casey, do you remember? I'm not gonna say their name, whatever, for the sake of the podcast thing, but the person who rented out Russell's room after he left, in the basement, they made edibles or whatever, and you're only supposed to take a piece of one. And so it's the first time I ever ate edibles, and I kept eating them, and they were like, "Oh, Joe, it's like, how much of that did you eat?" And I was like, "I don't know, like a lot of them, whatever." And it's like, you're only supposed to eat a piece of one, and I ate most of the bag. And I was like, "Well, I'm fine." Like I was being a dick about it because I was drinking the small cans of Old English. You used to call them the dollar hollows because you used to get them for $1. But I started tripping out, and I went outside. I started laughing
Are you
because I
talking
started
about-
hearing colors. What?
Are you talking about
No, I'm talking about
who are you talking about? We can edit this out. I don't
Okay.
know.
when he was living there. He was there. Yeah, so it was me. party. Edit all that out. But anyways, this
Gotcha.
part you don't have to edit
No.
out.
I didn't know who you were talking about. That's why I was trying to get a reference of who.
Yeah, so I ate those and I was like, well, they don't feel like they're doing anything. Like I was being a smartass.
Dude.
And it's like, oh, I have a high tolerance. I started hearing colors of the wind. And I started laughing. I went outside to pee, and I swear to God, because the way that the wind was swaying in your grandma's tree outside next to the basement in the backyard on High Street, it looked like shadow things were crawling through there. Yeah.
6'6".
6'6".
I forget which one's which.
Yeah, I forget.
But the shadow it looked like shadow things were crawling through the trees and twisting their head at me. They had no faces. They were just shadow things. And it looked like the only thing that looked detailed was around their heads. But they were literally, the laws of gravity made no sense because they were crawling off branches that would snap easily. They were really, really small branches.
Yeah, but who's to
I had
say
my
those
dick
weren't
out.
like different dimensional beings, you know?
Yeah, but I was freaking out and I was looking at them scared and they were crawling through the fucking thing. I was laughing at first, like, what the fuck? This is fake. And when they twist their heads, like, fuck this. And I fucking pulled my dick back in my pants and I ran back in. And I was laying on an air mattress in the middle room where that glass table
the rape room?
Yeah, where the glass table was in the basement. And I was freaking out because I felt like everything was pulsing. So I busted back into I kept messaging. I was on your grandma's Wi-Fi, and I kept messaging in the other room, saying I was freaking out. And I went in there, and John was rocking me to sleep right next to I was squeezed in between both of them. I kept saying, should we call an ambulance and everything else? Because I was freaking out because I thought I was going to die. I couldn't fucking breathe.
Don't say a word.
No, he legit was rocking
boy
me.
got you.
Dude, yeah, he was rocking me. And the state that I was in, that I couldn't fucking breathe.
Wait, do you mean like rocking you like a baby, or rocking you like he's just pounding you?
Yeah,
Like rocking your night away.
No, dude. Okay, so passed out just snoring. And I'm laying next to and he's got his arm under my head and under my, like, I think under my back. It wasn't under my legs, but he was like rocking me, telling me, shh, like trying to get me to go to sleep. And I was freaking out. I couldn't breathe. I was there freaking out too. And she was just like, should we call an ambulance? Should we whatever? And she was freaking out because I was freaking out. The way I was spazzing made it seem like I was dying, but I wasn't dying. The next day, dude, I felt like jelly. And I walked from downtown High Street to Virginia Street to go get ready because I had
God damn.
I had a GED fucking testing, like a practice test, like tutoring thing. So I walked from there feeling like I couldn't walk. My legs felt like jelly. Walked from downtown to Virginia Street, got ready, went down to D Street.
Got that D.
Walked from D Street to Thermalito to the welfare office to do our practice tutoring test things for our GED test. And the workers kept asking me if I was okay, if they need to go take me to eat or something, if I was like malnourished and shit. And it's like,
you probably were.
No, I told him after we left, like, why the fuck did you not tell me that before? Because I just didn't say anything to him. Our weird ass fucking walk all the way from D Street and Southside to fucking
dude, knowing you, I don't know how you were then, but knowing you now, if I went anywhere with you and you didn't talk, I'd be like, there's something wrong.
Yeah, this was before I fucking did any like
if you were just quiet, I'd be like, oh,
this motherfucker's
Joe's about to kill himself.
Because at this fucking point in time, the only thing I ever did was
careful on
drink
that green bridge, Mike.
weed, and I would never take edibles again because of that experience.
Dude, I just hate edible just a little bit ago.
This is also pre me doing anything like any of the other shit that I've done.
Let me tell you guys.
Like, it was hard for Alex probably to believe that I did that because he knew me only as a fucking like alcoholic.
My first edible experience. So the first time I did edibles was with Matthew. It was with our old manager. He gave us some cookies, and Matthew brought.
Was he a piece of shit? Wait, hold on. That dude's a piece of shit now.
No, different guy.
No, he's cool.
Real guy.
Oh, not the one that kind of looked like he was on drugs. That guy looked like he was on drugs to me.
I don't know.
Which fish you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know which one you're.
The skinny dude. I see him on Facebook. I don't know his last name.
I don't know. But anyway, so I'm talking about. So he made us some edibles, and he gave them to Matthew to bring back to. We were at his house in the basement, you know, and he came back, and I think you were there, Joseph. I think you showed up there with Wesley later. Or you were there the whole time. I don't remember, but so we get there, and Matthew gets off work because I got off work I think like an hour before him, and he shows up. He's like, "Oh, Chris, brought you this cookie," and what's it called? So I just pop it in my mouth, whole cookie, you know, just throw it in my mouth, and like it was in my mouth, and
Can you guys hear me?
but anyway, so I popped the whole cookie in my mouth, and Matthew's like right after I did that, Matthew's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Don't eat the whole." He's like, "Don't eat that much of it because it's super strong." And I already had the whole cookie in my mouth. I was like, "Well, too late for that," and I just chewed it up and swallowed it. But Matthew was like, he's like, "Oh fuck it," so he took his cookie and he threw his whole cookie in his mouth too.
Yeah, I had another
sounds
cookie
like
though
that.
too. I had another cookie too.
Okay, so
Matt's always
I was
down. Like
fucked.
if you go head deep into something, Matt's there.
so we
Find
It's
me,
like, hey,
head
Matt,
deep.
we're about 15 minutes into this, and Matthew's in the corner laughing about some stupid joke that he made about the fucking song changes.
Yeah,
And,
no, I'll tell you.
Tell the joke.
Really
Oh,
inappropriate.
I remember this. The
It's when
molest.
Tupac,
Yeah.
Tupac was like, "Oh, some crack to the kids. I gotta get paid." Well, hey, that's just the way it is. I was laughing so hard. It took me all
What
like
do you
20
say?
minutes.
Getting
Just
ass from the
explain.
kids or
No,
something?
no.
Selling your butt crack to the kids. I gotta get paid. Well, hey, that's just the way it is. And
Dude,
for some
wasn't this
reason,
in
I
the
thought it was
basement?
a
Get
funny
laid
thing.
by
You guys were
Hey, that's the
laughing.
way it
This
is.
was in the basement, wasn't it? You
Took me
guys were
20
laughing
minutes
so
to
fucking
explain that
hard.
joke.
Yeah,
It was
Matthew,
dumb
you
as
guys-
fuck, but I was
No,
dying.
No, Matthew, you kept explaining, and you guys were laughing so hard, and like we kind
I
of laughed, but
couldn't.
you guys were
I
like,
couldn't.
No, because I wasn't
I couldn't
laughing about it
stop.
because I wasn't even high yet. So
I was dying, dude.
Matthew and
Matthew kept explaining the
Yeah.
joke to everybody.
It was like
and,
hit with Joker's laughing gas, dude. I couldn't
It was-
stop laughing
it was
so
'cause-
hard.
yeah, and you kept trying to
It was
explain the
painful.
fucking joke, and
It was
everybody
painful.
like thought it was
Yeah,
funny,
20
but you were
minutes.
like,
no, it's
too
because
much.
it was way
20
longer than
minutes.
20 minutes. This
Right,
it's
half
'cause-
an
it's
hour.
'cause kept laughing at Matthew, and Matthew kept thinking it was funny, so he kept saying the same. Like he got the joke out, and then he kept
Started
saying
to
the
laugh
same
a
joke.
harder.
Yeah,
It was painful.
and it was super funny.
Well,
And then
Casey, the thing is that joke, that's not the first time the joke was told. The first time the joke was told was way before that. Everybody knew the joke already. That wasn't the first time
funnier.
Matthew said that. Matthew's the one that made the joke a long time ago. But the fact is that Matthew kept trying to say it again, and it was like whatever. It's like me and everybody else has already heard that joke.
I was
Maybe
high.
not
I was
Steven,
so
whatever.
high.
but
Yeah. But that's
so-
what I was saying was like it was
I
a
was
joke
like-
that we've heard 1,000
Fucking hurt.
times prior.
so I was like not feeling anything. It's like I think we're like 30 minutes in, and then I think I don't know who showed up with, and I think probably Joseph came in at the same time, but
Well,
I don't-
that's what I was gonna say. Me and heard that joke like a bunch
yeah.
of times.
So Wesley and Joseph come in, and then I'm sitting there talking to Wesley, and they bring in this bottle of brandy, and where everybody's passing it around and shit, you know. And I'm sitting on this couch, like this love seat with and we're getting all close and personal, you know, fucking lips almost touching each other. No,
Panels.
no, I'm just kidding. No, so I'm sitting there talking to Wesley about what's going on because Matthew's over there still saying the same joke, fucking laughing his ass off, still fucking
Dying.
laughing. I was like, I want to be on that
Painful.
level, but I'm not
Hurt.
feeling anything.
Ate 2 cookies.
So we were like sitting there talking, and
I
then
got dick all
in the middle of this conversation, I just shut the fuck up and I just kind of like laid back and chilled. And then Wesley looked at me, he's like, "That cookie just hit you, didn't it?" I was like, "Dude, I am so fucking high right now." Let's cut to break real quick. We'll be right back.
I hope we're all ready to listen back into the Conspiracy Theory podcast. Go ahead and pop a sass squat and tune back in, friend.
So, did you guys see in 2007 about Robert Wilson,
What
of
about him?
Vancouver Island? He claimed
passed
to-
away.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't know, but he might have. I don't know. It's been a while, but he's claimed to have seen a Bigfoot that he thought was a bear, and when he got closer, he said it was a hairy man who looked caveman-like with Neanderthal
Neanderthal.
Yeah, Neanderthal featured,
H is silent.
but he was as big as a bear.
Mm.
That was in
On Castro
2007. I don't know if you heard that.
I had not.
Yep. So there's that one. And then, there's claims that Bigfoot's actually not a part of this world. He's actually an alien.
Let's talk about that. I
Let's-
want to fucking talk about that. Can you give us more information on it? Because I haven't heard it.
I saw you like grinning, Mike, when I was saying it. So in 1973, Stan Gordon, UFO researcher, he said that he noticed a increase of sightings of Sasquatches, where there's a high number of extraterrestrial sightings as well, and he claims that Bigfoot hails from space.
Okay. This high number in alien
like
areas
space
too.
Bigfoot.
Could it be just that there's a higher number of fucking kooks out there?
That's what I thought.
Fucking getting
immediately,
high
but
as
when you
shit and be like, oh fuck, there's shit everywhere.
Immediately what I thought when you said that, but then again, I'm also impartial because I like space Bigfoot.
Yeah. Well, you're like,
'Cause I
I
like-
think Matt, you're the biggest skeptic in the group.
It's gonna be like
Space
fucking.
Bigfoot.
It's gonna be like Freddy versus Jason in space, but it's gonna be like Freddy versus Sasquatch in space in
Fucking
3D.
AVP.
No, but yeah, so he has a website that you can go on. To this day, it's still active. You can call, and he has a hotline number. It's 24 hours. Call him and report sightings and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hold up,
dude.
Casey, go on speaker and call him.
Yeah. Oh, do it.
Let's fucking
Dude.
do it.
He'll
Matthew,
tell you
use
how
your
to get
phone.
the. He'll tell you how to get the Kashyyyk.
Come on.
Matthew, you ready for the number?
No,
want me to
Casey,
call?
you do it. You're already
Matt-
on a watch list. No.
Well, Matthew's funnier than me. Like, he's quippy. He's quick on his feet.
he is quippy.
So I'm not good on that stuff. But Matthew's fucking solid.
Matt's fucking quick.
Yeah, like
Shout out, guys.
he's
Where'd
like,
Joseph go?
I don't know.
I'll go right back on it in a second.
Okay.
Okay.
You want me to call him?
Yeah. So the
Name.
phone number is 724.
Might have to block this out, possibly.
No, it's fine, and they have it on their website. 838-7768.
7768.
And that is the Stan Gordon UFO Anomaly Zone phone number for 24-hour UFO and Bigfoot / cryptid sightings hotline number.
All right. You guys hear me good?
Yes.
Put it on speaker. Get close to the mic.
It is, sir.
There we go.
Not a very good hotline.
Interlink the residence of UFO researcher Stan Gordon. After the tone, leave your name, phone number, and reason for calling, and I'll return your call. For more UFO information, see my website at stanforton.info.
24
Hi,
hours, my
Dan
ass.
Gordon. So we looked on the website. It said there's 24 hours. That you'd be able to pick up the phone, kind of thing, because we just recently witnessed a big hairy gay male in the forestry area, and I know we should call the park rangers
Big
because of the
bear?
size of his feet. But we thought we should, give a reach out to you because you might know more about those areas. Well, we appreciate you.
Fuck, man. God damn it. I wish that would have answered. He called me again.
Dude, just had the resident of Stan Gordon, man.
Yes. Fuck, man. How awesome would that have been?
It would have been cool. Have you guys? Well, actually, no. Let's. I don't want to get into that just yet. We'll save that for a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Guys,
keep
you gotta
going with
cap
this
the
alien
screen.
Bigfoot shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So So they say that he's not of this world. Like he hails from another planet, and they say that there are some Bigfoot sightings. That they say that like they see Bigfoot, and it looks like
So,
he
what you
almost
mean? Like he's out of this world? He's so dreamy.
yeah. He's
Okay.
he's so far out. Um, no, they said that the Bigfoot sightings like they'll see him, and then they'll go to like follow him, and it'll look like he'll just like disintegrate, like just disappear, into like the wind, like basically like Thanos snapped away, like kind of deal, or like they'll see
Looking like
him,
you fucking spilled some Nesquik. Got
yeah,
it.
or you'll see him, and then a beam of light will come, and then he'll disappear, and that attributes to the people's claims that he's extraterrestrial because it's like if his mothership's
That
come and
would be
pick him
some
up.
trippy shit. If we found a
like,
Sasquatch and we
there's like
not
a-
only confirmed Sasquatch but extraterrestrials at the same time.
Yeah, it'd be fucking extraterrestrial Sasquatches. They're like a planet
It'd
of
be
Wookiees,
fucking Wookiees. Yeah, it'd be Wookiees.
yeah.
It'd be Kashyyyk.
I would be so happy.
That'd be dope. I would go befriend one and ride on his shoulders like Yoda was doing.
But
You fucking
yeah.
kidding me? You'd befriend one and be just taking bong hits with him, Casey.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. You know those Wookiees got good weed.
Yeah, but they're crazy flammable.
Yeah, they are. I'm not.
They fucking light themselves up like fucking Richard Pryor. Fuck, man.
Oh, shit.
What do y'all think about that? Like, one,
So-
what do you think the chances are that if both exist, that they're one and the same?
If I don't think Bigfoot is maybe he comes from another planet. I don't fucking know. Who the fuck knows? Maybe we come from another planet. Who really gives a shit? What I want to know is, you know how like they say that like you're like we talked about it a little bit earlier, like you guys are saying like his argument like where are the bodies of these Bigfoots? Where are they at? Where are they fleeing to? Where are they where are their droppings at? Where are their bones? Like where's the food that they're intaking? Like where's all this evidence? Well, let me tell you, fellers, where this evidence is.
Let me tell you.
What if?
From Lucas's basement.
Yes. What if the mighty Bigfoot is like a werewolf, and they only like come out like a person's like inflicted with Bigfoot?
Yeah, he only turns Italian under the moonlight.
Yeah, and no, and he only comes out like during certain times of the year. Like maybe he comes out like once every 7 years, but maybe you're a Bigfoot and you don't fucking know because you don't have that memory, and you're just out there doing Bigfoot shit for like a week, and then you come back to your normal life like nothing
You're like,
happened.
"Oh,
People
what
are like, "Oh yeah, that's where'd this
Like,
guy go?" It's like,
They'd
"Oh,
be like, Casey, are you okay? Yeah, I just have this headache and I just have this weird dream like I was in a jerky commercial. It's fucking weird. Just
No, but
looked
you
at
see
my
what I'm saying?
wild
Like,
side
what
or
if he's
some
like,
shit.
what if he's like a shapeshifter?
Why
Like
the fuck would you shape into
either
a fucking peasant?
willingly or unwillingly. Like maybe that's
Like a
why
werewolf?
there's not evidence of him because they can change its form to make himself look human. No, I'm just saying like, what if he's a shapeshifter and that's why we don't see evidence of him? And if there are like a pack of them or whatever, maybe they are shapeshifting, and then maybe they do go into like these remote villages. Like, do you think that Bigfoot's like extraterrestrial, or do you think like he's like from here?
I think he's would definitely be from here. After everything, whatever, I think it'd be more like plausible if it was somewhere where we couldn't get to easily, like the Yeti shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Bigfoot in a forest is fucking accurate to me. That's yeah.
Oh no, I would hope that it'd be extraterrestrial, just because like I would love to find one and check 2 boxes in one. But no, I think it's from this planet. Be dope if it wasn't. Be a really fucking cool thing.
You want to hear some shit about some fucking Bigfoot, Joseph? You ever hear about them sodomizing these fucking cows?
Well, that's some big shoes.
They say animal on animal bestiality is not uncommon, but a few farmers have claimed to have witnessed Bigfoot's fucking some of their cattle. Bison, American buffaloes, and antelopes.
Could you imagine
Bigfoot out
walk
there
to your
getting
pastor and be like, well, goddamn.
Call the police. Hello, 911? Yes, sir. What's your emergency? I just don't know how to explain this, really. It looks like a monkey man's fucking my cow over here. My cow's a mooing.
Have you told them to stop?
He just flipped me off and he just took a bite of my goat's head. I don't know what the fuck's going on. You need to send some backup out here.
I mean, dude, how funny?
Nobody's coming for me next.
How funny would
wreck.
that be? Is if that was like the first confirmed video to come out of?
Oh my god, dude! Like Bigfoot just putting in work, just tenderizing that beef for sure.
You know that scene from fucking Super Troopers where he has the bear costume where he's fucking the bear, just like that.
I'm thinking more of like Clerks 2, where Kinky Kelly's fucking that donkey. Oh my god!
Holy shit, dude! That would be so funny. Just like confirm Bigfoot sighting, pay $15 to see it, pay per view.
On the topic of sodomization, this a researcher, a cryptozoologist, Lauren Coleman, stated that she thinks that about 10% of Sasquatches are gay.
No wonder that you don't see many of them. Not creating babies.
She said she has no like scientific background for this.
She's just like I could just tell.
No, she just assumed off of the human race, like the population of us, like the human race being gay. She just did that in accordance to like a Bigfoot population, and she got a bunch of backlash, of course, for that. People were so like people were pissed that she was saying like Sasquatch was gay. Like they're like, "Our Sasquatch is not gay."
Not my Sasquatch. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh man, fucking people are wild.
The fact that they'd get angry at just like, not our Sasquatch that we know almost nothing about. He ain't gay.
They
So how could you tell? We just know, god damn it.
that Sasquatch. Look at the way he walks. Look at them shoulders. Hardly shrugging. Gay as they come.
Well,
Don't talk
shit.
about your son like that, Marty.
Joe, what do you think about this?
What do you think about gay Sasquatch? What are your feelings about this
And regardless
Homo
of what species you
sapien,
like,
if you will?
you like what you like. Homo sapien, homosexual. I was playing. I mean, I don't know. Dogs hump other guy dogs. Humans,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
what they like.
Like,
It's not like some
same
weird
animal
fucking
sex isn't
freakish
uncommon.
behavior. Yeah, it's not a weird freakish behavior. You like what you like. If you're a conscious creature, if you are a conscious creature, you're gonna like what you like. It's not just about reproduction. It's about what you like. That's not saying it's okay to do weird shit like, you know, humans fuck animals and do shit like that. But I'm saying, I don't know. It's not weird to be
You go
attracted
to
to
a
the
donkey
same.
show, Joseph?
It's not weird to be attracted to the same sex. No, I will not go to.
I would
might
not go to a donkey show.
Let's go to a
That's
donkey
funny.
show. Fuck it. But I'm saying it's not.
Kiki Kelly,
Being a
that's what you
conscious
said.
creature, it's no longer about reproducing. So it shouldn't be weird. It shouldn't be weird if you're sexually attracted to the same sex or whatever. for whatever your species is, because we're smart enough to understand that we do shit for pleasure, not for reproductive purposes.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
Completely.
like, this
So
chick
you
is like,
can't-
oh, most Sasquatchers are gay.
Yeah.
They're all
No,
gay.
that's hilarious because that's.
Well, she only said
again,
10% of them. She didn't even say a lot of them were. It's only 10%.
It's like the arrow. It's like the Arrowverse in CW. It's like, the entire population's gay except for like 1%. That's a little like weird. I understand representation. I just you don't have to dial it back. You just gotta represent. I don't know. I mean, that's gonna sound wrong anyway. I say it. People are gonna get offended
Try
by
to
it.
represent accurately.
Yeah, accurately, but it's you shouldn't downplay homosexual people because it's like we have evolved past the point of reproduction. We're more for pleasure than reproducing.
Yeah.
So if you like the company of somebody your same sex, or you don't feel like you identify,
I'm just gonna say frogs for their original transgenders.
The fact that sex toys exist means that we're long past just reproduction.
Yeah, and that's exactly.
That's like literally fucking a robot.
Be who you are and feel comfortable the way you are.
And
Don't
there's
let
nothing
other
wrong with
people.
that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
What's
Don't let people make you feel weird because you want to be who you are deep down.
See, I did not think you were going to go super serious and deep with that. I thought you were going to make some jokes.
No, I mean, I would have. I'm just, my mind's just like spiraling out everywhere else.
Oh,
I've been
you're
drinking
distracted right now?
Yeah. No, dude, but I mean, it is funny to watch a bunch of hairy dudes. Like, okay, I mean, we want to be real. A bunch of fucking 8 foot, fucking 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, like, hairy men just fucking out, and her hairy primates just fucking out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'd be down to watch that.
A cow or two.
And that is what that what's that all male fucking what is that all male fucking charcoal soap called? Is that called Sasquatch?
Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch. That is actually the scent of a bunch of Sasquatches, male Sasquatches fucking at an orgy. That is the smell you're getting, and
That's the smell of Sasquatch Bukaki going on.
You put that on, it's like all females like
because
this, and it was like, no, they don't. All Sasquatches like that, and you're getting. And I imagine that Sasquatches have dog dicks and little red lips that things pop out, and then they come going for you. And then it's like, oh shit, no, scratch that. I imagine all Sasquatches have the little dicks with like the red lipstick, but it's barbed like cats. So you get the best of both worlds, whether you like canines or felines. You're gonna get fucking attacked in your asinine real quick.
You know what would be fucking hilarious? You know how Dr. Squatch does like a lot of ads with YouTubers and stuff? What if we went to them?
Come get your gaping hole satisfied.
Like if we got enough viewers to, they're like, hey, would you want to do an ad for us? We're like, yeah. Then someone tips them off to this fucking podcast.
That'd be hella
to this
funny.
episode with like, the smell of Dr. Squatch.
That'd be hella funny.
Oh fuck.
The smell of Dr. Squatch is the smell of a gaggle of Sasquatch having a bukkake. That's what poor fucking the guy who got kidnapped for 6 days. He was just caught up in the middle of one of those, just an onslaught.
They
of
got all the holes.
Sasquatch just fucking squatching all over this guy. Oh, what the fuck's his name? Oh, poor guy. R.I.P. dude. R.I.P. Albert Austin.
And with that, let's take a short break.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Conspiracy Outpost. Like, subscribe, and follow us on all our social medias and podcasting networks. Give us a review. Give us a star rating. I don't care what it is. We just want to hear back from you.
Bitch, it better be a 5-star. Anyways, welcome back. What do you want to get into, Casey?
Well, let's get into some pop culture shit, Mike.
Okay, yeah.
What is
Let's
some
see.
pop culture shit you got going on?
Sasquatch or Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever you want to call it, it's been in a lot of stuff actually. Just thinking off the top of my head, I can think of probably one of the most famous movie having Sasquatch in it being, Harry and the Hendersons with John Lithgow. which is a fucking classic, or at least to me, I feel it's a classic. But other than that, like, I don't know how many fucking Bigfoot shows are on, like, TV as far as, like, fucking In Search of Sasquatch or fucking Finding Bigfoot. All the shit where they go out in the middle of the woods and do fucking weird-ass calls,
All the jokes that Matthew's been making about fucking turkey, about Jack Links,
Yeah, it's like, it's everywhere. This is a big cryptid. One I think the
Red
biggest.
Robin had a commercial, I believe.
Yeah, I think this is one of the biggest cryptids there is, at least the biggest one we've covered so far. We haven't covered that many, but I think it's the biggest one on our list, right?
Yeah, this is probably one of the most most widespread, well-known cryptid.
Yeah, at least here in the United States. I don't know about other countries. You guys could have other cryptids. Or just other myths that we have no idea about. But here in the United States, Bigfoot's massive. Like, there's sightings all over, and especially in the north, west, the Pacific Northwest, and the fucking Northeast. Tons of them.
There's a beer called Bigfoot, isn't it?
Oh, fucking Sierra Nevada. They have their Bigfoot ale.
Yeah, that's...
I'm also actually not a big fan of that, the Bigfoot ale. It's
I
pretty
don't
good.
remember what it tastes like. I just remember seeing the beer.
It's a little too, like that, and their narwhal is like Bigfoot's their big one. It's a barley wine actually. It's really strong. Like I like the strength of it, but it's a little too sweet for me. It's like a porter, and I'm not a big fan of those. I like stouts and IPAs, something bitter tasting.
I like that.
Fucking psychopath.
It's funny whenever you tell someone that you like an IPA, they always give you like a dirty ass look, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
oh yeah, you fucking hipster, something like that.
And then this is always the question that comes after. You only drink IPAs because it's cool to drink IPAs, and then I was like, actually no, I was like, I actually hated IPAs when I first started drinking.
It grows on you. The way I actually started drinking IPAs is
my buddy kept buying Sierra Nevadas.
Yeah.
And, I just started drinking them all the time, and then I started liking them. And same thing with beer. I didn't like beer when I first tried it.
Yeah, I was a hard alcohol guy at first. I mean, tonight I had a rum and coke, but I'm just now getting back into hard alcohol after drinking beer for a super long time. But like, yeah, when I was younger, the way I got into drinking IPAs, I know this is off topic from Sasquatch, but
who knows? Sasquatch might be out there making some fucking IPA, fucking Bigfoot trail beer. But
the way I got into IPAs is actually really funny. So living at my house, I drank Budweiser, which is what fucking people drink when they start drinking. When they start drinking beer, it's fucking
trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Fucking Budweiser. And what happened was, like, I'd buy Budweiser, and then my dad and uncle would drink it. And it's like, I come home and be like, where the fuck is my beer? What the fuck? And so I started buying Sierra Nevada Pale Ale because they didn't like it, but I could tolerate it. And that was it. I just tolerated it. And then, I would drink that, and I was like, you know what? This is pretty fucking good. And then I went back to try to drink Budweiser. I was like, that's not as good anymore. And I just really liked Pale Ale, and I just kind of just kept going farther and farther, and now I fucking drink like fucking, like 9% triple IPAs and shit like that. I drink a lot of stouts, but
Fog Hatter is my favorite.
I really like the.
I think it's Fog Hatter. I think that's what it's called. The skeleton on the motorcycle. It's like a triple IPA.
There's a triple IPA from Knee Deep.
I think it's like 12% too.
Knee Deep Brewing. It's like Hop Trio or something like that. It's really good. There's Pliny the Elder, which is a triple, which is really fucking good. And then fucking there's the fucking triple IPA from Sierra Nevada, their purple can that's like 9%, and I fucking love that one.
My favorite Sierra Nevada is Torpedoes.
Oh, I like Torpedoes a lot. The double.
Yeah, those. Well, I didn't know they had a triple. I think when I was drinking them, because I would always do like their like.
The triple's new.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. No, I haven't had a Sierra Nevada in a while. They're not like
They're hard to find. When I went up there, it's like they were a bit overpriced. Here, yeah. I mean,
I'm like $10. I think it's
I'm right next to Chico. That's where the fucking brewery's at.
Guys, I'm gonna have to get off. It's getting super late.
Yeah. Well, take it easy, Joe.
All right.
We're pretty much almost done, as you can
We're
tell.
we're just talking about some pop culture stuff and beer, really.
Yeah. Okay, I think he's. Yeah, I think he got off. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as Sierra Nevada goes, because I do drink a lot of Sierra Nevada, they have their Bigfoot barley wine. I'm just not a big fan of it. It's a little too sweet, a little too molassesy.
I don't remember. I remember I've had it before. I just don't remember what it tastes like.
Yeah.
I remember the label. It's like wooded.
Yeah, it has a
It's like
dope
an
ass
outline-
label.
An
then
outline of
there's-
Sasquatch, I think, or
Yeah,
it
and then-
has some
and
shell
then-
in them. I don't remember.
And then their sweatshirts of the Bigfoot ale is pretty fucking cool too.
That's.
But yeah,
dope.
as far as that goes, there's all the fucking live TV shows for hunting for Sasquatch, which I touched on earlier, which like I've watched and it's pretty interesting. But like the ones where they're hunting for Sasquatch like all the time, I don't really like that much because it's like, okay, yeah, if this would have been like a couple episodes or just like a special, it would have seemed legit. But you guys are out here just essentially making a fool of the concept of it, in my opinion. You guys are just trying to get it seems like a money grab and you guys are just being idiots. I don't know, that's what I think about that. Like the research societies that there are, I think they're pretty cool because they're like actually looking into shit.
I think the privately, like if you're self-funded and doing research, you have 100% credibility in my book. But if you're like, if you have a major TV network and you're out there, you know, like, oh yeah, did you guys hear that noise in the background? And then you just got.
It's like the fucking Ghost Adventure shit too.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like
it's the same way.
It's like I believe in the supernatural, but I don't believe that the Ghost Adventure people do what they say they're.
Yeah.
I think it's literally just it's for entertainment, which you can't. I'm not mad at them for doing it. That's their job.
And that's how I feel about the Bigfoot hunting shows. The multiple ones that there are. Now, like I've seen multiple like National Geographic things about it. With like eyewitness accounts, which I had heard those 2 recordings in a National Geographic or Discovery, whatever the fuck it is. I've heard those 2 recordings of the 911 calls in there, and I think those are pretty awesome when they're isolated specials and they have, eyewitness accounts and not just like going out there and be like, well, we're gonna yell into the woods all night and like go, oh, what the fuck was that?
See what the fuck? Echo.
yeah, it's. I think it makes a mockery of it, and I don't like that because it's. I believe that it's out there, and as someone who believes that it's out there, it's like, dude, don't make a mockery of it even more than it already is. You're just discrediting people that might actually have something.
And that's a problem, especially in the stuff,
Conspiracy
a lot
stuff,
about
yeah.
the stuff that we talk about, because there's so much disinformation out there and so much information out there, and then there's people who want to.
Yeah, it has the same shit with like the aliens and everything too.
Yeah, it's just people who want to benefit off the backs of those. So then when people do tell the truth, it just sounds far-fetched and it just sounds like everyone's trying to get a money grab. That's why, like when people have like claims of stuff and they don't write a book about it, they don't have a TV special about it.
Yeah.
And then, fucking 30 years later, some network just finds out that it was them, and they're like, "Oh, will you come talk about this?" And then they talk about it like 30 years later. Those people are credible in my book because they weren't out trying to get fucking popular about it. Like, it found them. They didn't go out there finding it. They're not out there like, "Oh yeah, I seen Bigfoot." 2 weeks later, I have a book on the shelves. Fucking number one seller. Like, shut the fuck up. Like. People don't, I don't know. People might do that. I don't know. I don't feel like people, like normal people, do that, though.
How the fuck do you write an entire book on one encounter, though? That's like, you're really milking that shit.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know.
Like, I could see you writing a book as a journalist, talking to multiple people who have had encounters. That, like, I would read, but some person's just milking one encounter. Like, unless they were just like, I was taken by the Sasquatch, I got the hair right here, they tested DNA, it is something they've never seen before, and it fucked me in the ass. I'd read that book.
mostly because of the last chapter where it climaxes, but...
No, but I think with that, I think we've reached the end of the podcast.
About 1 in 10 adults believe that Bigfoot is real. Whether you believe that or not, you can't deny the fact that Bigfoot has been a major pop culture icon. I personally believe that fuzzy bastard is out there evading human detection by means of stealth or with the use of supernatural powers. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you're listening to this on Spotify, swipe up and answer our polls.